Welcome to the Dapper Pelican podcast. We got me, your boy JT, as always,
Hi.
and
Wait. Let me do that again.
our
Hi.
third member is finally here. He's ready. I don't know if he's ready, but welcome,
Oh.
Ethan. Everybody, golf clap for him.
Yeah.
It's the boy. After 2.5 years, it's the boy.
Okay, so we got our first pod today. We're just winging it. We don't really have any topics,
It's
So
putting
Ethan,
it lightly. This is procrastinating.
yeah, we're literally just procrastinating. So get ready for like a lot of filler. I wish Cullen was here because then
Man,
he could cry
Cullen.
for about animes for an hour. But
Hey, I will
Cullen
too.
caught on, bro. He knows we're just using him for his clout.
okay,
Yeah, DJ
so,
Kelly, baby.
I have a great idea for our first topic. I think we need to rank the top 5 albums out this year so far, and crown an album of the year. I think we need to crown an album of the year
In
my.
September?
in September.
Oh my. You know.
We're just going for it. I don't really think there's any big albums coming out anytime soon, though.
Kendrick.
When is
I already
Kendrick
know.
gonna drop, though?
I don't know, but I hope this year.
I already know what the number one album
Okay.
of the year is.
So I'll go ahead and say a couple of the big ones to keep it fresh. We got J. Cole's album. What was that album's name? I forgot for a second.
The off season.
The Off Season, and then we got
Wow.
Hall of Fame Polo G's album, which was really good. You're dumb. That is one of the best albums of You're dumb. You're so dumb. We got CLB.
Listen.
We got Donda. What else? We got Baby King's
You
album
can't-
that just dropped.
You can't forget the album of the year, Vision Land.
Vision
boy.
Land, baby.
My boy,
It was
YBN Namir.
King's Disease
Oh
2.
my god.
Mr. Nas. Oh yeah,
Nas,
Namir
Nas.
really killed that album. It was great.
Who else was dropping? I know we had some other people dropping.
That's all the big ones, bro.
I feel like we're missing a couple.
The thick boys.
I think was No Pressure
Hey,
in 2021, or was that 2020?
That was 2020, I think, as well as
Yeah, it was
Man on the Moon 3.
Okay.
Bobby
I was thinking
Tarantino
J.
3.
Cole's.
Bobby Tarantino 3 was trash. That's
But it was trash. There was only 2 good songs in the whole
That
album.
whole album is so trash. Okay, so
Whew.
out of all 5, I think that
We also had Kodak's album, but it's only it's a 4-song album, so I don't know if that
Hey,
counts.
classic.
It was Happy Birthday Kodak E EP.
Okay, at 5 for me, I'm gonna go with Nas's album.
Okay.
Ooh,
Dropping it down all the way to 5, eh?
his Haitian Boy Kodak album.
What's number 5 for you, Ethan and JT?
Number 5.
I'll let you go first because I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. Me finding new music is a very slow process. I haven't even listened to 5 albums that came out this year
Yeah,
all the way through.
facts.
Like I
You
literally
know what, JT? I'll just ask you for your top 3.
top
All
3.
right,
That's
I'll do the
word.
same. I'll do the same.
Okay, so 5 for me was Nas's album, and then 4 was Hall of Fame from Polo G. 3, I would say, is Donda.
I don't want to say it, but 3 is probably Donda for me as well.
JT?
I already know I already know that there's not
I
going
know
to be
my
many
number
fans
1.
in my top 3 when it comes to the people in this podcast.
Well, what's number 3 for you? What's number 3?
3, okay. Number 3 for me, King's Disease 2, Mr. Nas.
Okay. So number 2 for me would be probably CLB, Certified Lover Boy from Drake.
Okay. Ethan 2.
I need a second. Hit your second.
Okay, my second would be Donda by Kanye West.
Shoot. Good lord. I
Come on, Ethan. Come on. Breathe.
I'll say CLB. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, number one, the
Nah,
off
baby.
season.
Off season.
And what's off season for me?
Easy. Off season's number one.
Oh wait.
I know. Actually,
Oh, wait,
can I change mine?
As number one?
Yo,
Hey.
I want to change it by second. I'm throwing out Drake. It's Culture 3.
Oh no, no,
Wait a
bro,
minute.
no.
Wait a minute.
Oh my
Wait a minute.
dog, that album was trash.
It was trash. I'm just playing.
It was so bad. Like, I understand. Like going into it, I was like, I'm just gonna try and find some new workout music because it's the Migos. I wasn't expecting anything profound, and that didn't even work.
Culture 2 was hard, bro.
Hey, they did their job. They understood what they were doing.
Yeah, I know.
Like Culture 3 was just
Garbage.
some dookie. Yeah, no, the off season, I still have like most of that album on repeat.
That's a really
Yeah, I
good
do too.
that's a really good album. Honestly, it's a toss up between the off season and CLB, but CLB is so like
Dude, it's God, only one. It ain't no toss up, my guy.
no. So the thing is about CLB is obviously y'all aren't Drake fans.
I am a Drake fan.
No, you're not. You literally are. You literally hate on Drake every single day of your life.
I do it because you love Drake.
You hate on
But
Drake every day of your life.
In all reality, though, I love Drake. He is one of my favorites. But there hasn't been anything good that he's put out, in my opinion.
Half of Certified Lover Boy is instant
garbage.
Classics.
It was garbage. Way Too Sexy is probably the worst song that I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, is
the only good song. There are only two good songs on that album: Knife Talk and Fair Trade. Every other one is
that's not true.
Due to Water.
No friend. I liked No Friends in the Industry. No Friends in the Industry was
good.
Cool.
7 a.m. on Bridal Path is an amazing song.
But it don't really matter because every single
But
song
y'all,
in the
but like
off-season
all
was
of y'all love Kanye, so y'all aren't gonna like it because y'all are Kanye stans, and that's a Kanye diss.
7 a.m. on Bridal Path. It was.
I don't
it
care.
had the best. It was bars on bars, but it was just emotionless.
I mean,
I don't like
talking at us.
It's a diss.
What
What diss songs have emotion in them like that? Like,
if it's a diss, get aggressive, get mad. He was
I know.
kind of like talking at us.
Yeah, he was talking at us. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, there was bars. Don't get me wrong. You know.
Hey, listen. I love Kanye and I love Drake. You know, it was too overhyped and disappointed. You know, like when a Drake album drops for me, I expect 99% of the album to be on my playlist. I don't even have one on my playlist, and there's only 2 songs in my opinion, 3 songs in my opinion that are just okay.
You don't.
Because I'm not R&B Drake fan. I'm a rap Drake fan. So he didn't drop his rap album. So I guess
Missy 2 is a good song.
We'll see next time.
You Only Live Twice with Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. Rick Ross never misses on a Drake feature.
Gross.
7 a.m. on Bridal Path, Knife Talk, No Friends in the Industry, Way Too Sexy, Fair Trade, and Girls Want Girls. Are all really good songs.
Whoa.
And the Jay-Z song, Love All.
Whoa, did we just call Way Too Sexy a really good song?
Yeah, it is not a real song. It's a funny song, but it is.
It's not a funny song.
It does not
it's
sound bad.
It's a horrible song. It does sound bad.
You know what? And 90% of people who actually listen to rap music will disagree with you.
That's not true. I think everyone that
JT.
I think he was trolling. I think that.
I think he was trolling too.
You have no input in this because you and all your friends are woke
rap
listeners.
Okay, but it ain't even Drake. Okay, it's not even the Drake part that's horrible.
Drake could have
What is
done
it? What is it?
anything.
Half the song is Future. It's
garbage.
garbage.
Drake could have rapped his life out on that track, but Future would have still killed that thing.
Yes,
Nah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's good.
Future.
It was tough.
I'm driving 70 on the highway with the windows down and blasting that song, so I don't care.
My boy was leaned out sideways, mouth barely open, eyes closed on that track.
Dog.
And Future is one of the biggest rappers alive right now, so that's all he ever does. So
in 2015, Now? What?
Future wasn't even that big in 2015.
Huh? You talking
What?
like mascot Future?
Mascot Future was 2017.
Jumpman?
Jumpman is when he first started to pop, and that was the end of 2015.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
What a Time to
where
Be
you
Alive
at?
album dropped at the end of 2015.
Where you at? Stick talk? F up some commas? What are
Future
are you
was the biggest in
big
2017.
rings?
Future was the biggest
Scholarships?
in 2017.
Thought it was a drought?
Future was the biggest
All
he's ever
this.
been in 2017.
Bro, I don't. You. Boy.
I just
Tell me
wanna
I'm
hear some
wrong. You
Kid
don't even
Cudi
know
humming.
dates.
What do you mean?
Hey, no music. No music. No music. I ain't trying to get copyright strikes.
We finna get striked.
No, I know. I didn't.
We
I
finna
didn't
get
click on
struck
it.
down,
I
brother.
was scrolling. Oh, dude, I don't. You tripping. 2017 is when he popped off, Russ.
I said that's when he was at his biggest.
Okay.
It was. That's. I mean.
I
2017
respectfully disagree.
Respectfully, then.
I disrespect you respectfully. It's all I'm saying. So.
Hey. So, how'd everyone feel about the NBA Finals this year?
All right.
Happy for Giannis, sad for Chris Paul, but the entire finals was underwhelming. I don't think it was a good finals.
I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was that
Too much
great.
injuries.
I'm just a salty Nets fan. Don't ask me about anything.
Too many injuries.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Nets fan. Salty
Well, I
wanted,
wouldn't say. Yeah, I would say salty Kyrie fan.
I would
Get off your pedestal.
I wanted a.
I'll take it away from myself. I'll stay down. Don't worry.
I really wanted a Nets Lakers finals this year, but it looks like, or this last season, but you know, injuries. Anthony
We'll
Davis
see what
is
happens.
hurt. LeBron's hurt, and then Harden and Kyrie are hurt.
Yeah,
This
we'll
man
see. We'll
KD
see.
was fighting for his life.
And then Kawhi got hurt.
I know.
Tore his ACL or something like that.
We'll see what happens. I don't.
Too many injuries. If no injuries happens, it's probably a Lakers Nets finals. I don't think that any team in the West beats healthy Lakers. I don't think any team in the East beats healthy Nets.
Especially this year. Lakers got
Nets are
some
gonna
weapons this year.
Nets and Lakers gonna again be a fun one.
Dude, if it is a Nets Lakers, dude, it's definitely going Game 7.
Man,
And to be honest, honestly, I don't care who wins it, but boy, that would be a good finals.
like, I feel like the only people that don't want to see a Nets Lakers finals are like Steph fans.
Yeah, Scotty.
That Nets Lakers would be dope.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Nets Lakers will be dope because I mean you got LeBron versus Kyrie because they've had some beef. You got Russ versus KD because they've had beef since KD left, and then
you have James Harden,
and then you have
Dwight
Giannis.
Howard.
You have Giannis and Harden's beef. You have Giannis and Harden's beef.
That'd be hilarious. Man,
That'd be interesting.
I'm
If Bucks play the Nets in the
bro, I'm just glad that
Conference
Steph
finals.
finally proved everybody wrong and carried a team to the play. Oh wait. Anyways,
We're gonna keep it moving.
You know what? Let's do
Anyways.
a top 10.
top 10 NBA
Top 10
teams?
NBA players for this upcoming season.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Already? Why?
Good
Already.
lord.
Already. Yeah, we
Dang,
just
I mean,
we
the
haven't
first
recorded
three
a
are
pod
easy.
in forever, so like it's time.
It's a lot of.
You know what? I will give my top 10 first,
Okay.
and then
I'll work around your top 10.
yeah,
All
y'all
right,
can
go for it.
work around mine. So at number 1, I'm gonna have LeBron. At number 2, I'm gonna have KD.
Okay,
At number 3, I'm gonna have Giannis.
that's respectable.
Obviously, if that's not your top 3, then you're delusional. I'm not saying you have to have it in
Listen,
that order, but you like if that's
my only
if
thing
that's not
is-
your top 3 in any order, like you could put Giannis 1, you could put KD 1, you could put LeBron 1, whatever. If that's not your
feel
top
like-
3, then you're delusional.
I feel like
Okay, here's my only thing. Go ahead, JT. I'll let you talk first.
Fine. 8. I feel like just out of respect for the chip, I will put Giannis at 1. But honestly, Would we all feel pretty comfortable saying it's about a three-way tie for who's the best player in the league? Like
it's neck and neck and in between the three.
I only agreed to a point. I'll be taking playoffs into consideration.
This is our
regular
top 10.
season.
This is our top 10.
I don't think Braun is going to be top 3 this coming season.
No, this is our top 10 for the entire season. So like at the end of year rankings at the end of next season, who do we think is going to be the best 10 players of the NBA at the end of the season?
So this does count
after the
playoffs.
Last game of the NBA Finals. This is everything. This is the entire season.
Okay. If we're taking finals into consideration, I mean, if we were doing regular season, I'd probably put Braun more at 4, 5, just for the fact that he's a rest player. You know, he takes breaks throughout the entire season, so he's not going to have, you know, as good as percentages as players like Joel or Harden who play every single game without taking any rest breaks.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
LeBron James only missed games this season in 2018. He played every single game on the shortened season in 2019. He played every single game in 2017.
Okay.
He doesn't take rest breaks.
2019? Was it 2019 the shortened season though?
Yeah, they played 70 games and he played 67 out of 70.
Okay.
But also like Giannis and LeBron are kind of opposites in the fact, like, I feel like, I mean, you can't diss it because you saw what happened, but Giannis' game is built for regular season in a lot of ways, and LeBron's game is built for postseason in a lot of ways.
Yes.
So, I mean, during the regular season, I don't think LeBron's the most dominant person out, but during the postseason, dear Lord, he's probably going to destroy everybody.
See, and that's my point. That's my point. I mean, there's a significant reason why he, you know, he goes for chips and, you know, he doesn't win MVP the last 5 years.
No, MVP is a stat sheet check and not an actual who's the best player check.
But about the whole postseason and regular season, I have a question. How much do y'all value the regular season?
Very much. I mean, it's your ranking for the year.
I only value the regular season to a certain degree because the playoffs matters a lot more than the regular season does. And obviously, you need to get to the playoffs, which every single team who deserves to go to the playoffs usually does. But like, you have to show something, and that's why Giannis didn't get a lot of respect until this year. But I feel like at the same time, I'm very happy for Giannis winning a chip. But at the same time, I think people are overvaluing this championship because he didn't have to play the Nets healthy or the Lakers healthy, which are the two best teams in the league, according to, 95% of basketball players or people that watch basketball.
Right. I find myself, honestly, like, obviously the regular season is important. You can't get to the playoffs without it. But I find myself not valuing the regular season a whole lot, to be honest.
Well, that's hard to say for me, but like at the same time, it's a little bit of both. I see where you're coming from.
Right.
The regular season does have value, but it does not have near the same value as the playoffs does.
It's
basically
different...
thing is, if you place first, isn't it in the NBA you're playing bottom seed if you're first?
Yeah. One plays 8, and then
that is your value. So you have a definite opportunity to.
Well, I'm not saying
continue
exactly
your
from,
run.
A team perspective, like, do we want to push for regular season wins? I'm saying, like, when it comes to players, just everything. Like, how much do you value a regular season player's success compared to his, like, postseason success?
Yeah.
Because
isn't it? Well, the thing is, though, isn't that where your real stats come from? Is the players? I mean, like, I don't know what it is in the NBA, but I know in football, you know, your postseason stats aren't your stats for your career.
Is that the case?
I mean, like at the end of the year, it's your regular season stats.
Well, like MVP and stuff. The votes are counted at the end of the regular season. They're not taking nothing about postseason taking consideration for like MVP.
See, because that's the thing, though. People's argument always have been for different players when you win MVP. In my opinion, The most valuable player of the regular season is the best player of the regular season. That means that if your team didn't make it to the playoffs or whatever, because a lot of people taking their viewpoint is, well, this person played better, but this person brought their team to the playoffs. It's not a playoff stat, in my opinion. It is a regular season stat. But I mean,
I think that every single thing has to be taken into account because obviously the regular season should not have as much bearing as how good of a player you are as the postseason does. Like, you have to be a postseason performer because that's when it matters the most. But at the same time, you cannot be sucking it up in the regular season and missing the playoffs, or you just can't be missing the playoffs. I mean, if you're supposed to be one of the best players in the world, you can't miss the playoffs. And unless you're hurt and miss a lot of games, you have an excuse. But if you're out there and you're supposed to be one of the best players in the world, then you have to make the playoffs.
Right. I mean, I won't go as far as say it's a different game, but NBA, it slows down a lot in the playoffs. Like, the other team, they know your sets, you know their sets, you know what plays they run, they know what plays you run. That shows if you know basketball or not. You're gonna find out in the postseason because that's when you gotta make those crazy reads, figure out if they know what's going on or not.
That's when people
the regular
season
trying
their hardest.
Right, Giannis, he tears it up in the regular season. He bodies. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he bodied his way through the playoffs. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
because let's be real. Giannis is not.
Finals. He actually was hitting free throws too.
He was.
But let's be real. When you think of Giannis, you don't think of a
shooter,
skilled basketball player.
Yeah,
you think of
he dominates
the
paint.
Body. He's just a.
I mean,
he's
what 6'11" with an arm span of 7'4".
And he can run about 95 miles an hour.
Somebody said they would like to see what would happen if Shaq was in today's NBA, and Shaq said, "Y'all are. My name is Giannis."
Yeah.
I mean, Giannis is literally just a super athletic Shaq. Like, he obviously, Shaq is a lot stronger and bigger and stuff, but you could definitely say that Giannis is pretty much just athletic Shaq.
Yeah, I would respect, because I used to always say, because Giannis didn't have the best postseason, I would just say, that bully ball doesn't work in the playoffs. He'll never win. I was like, okay, he actually just bullied his way through the playoffs. Word. It worked.
Yeah. I can't remember. So he played the Hawks. They beat the Hawks. They beat the Heat. They decimated the Heat. It wasn't even close.
Right. Wait. I thought did the Heat not get? No, they beat the Heat in the first round, right?
Yeah, they played the Heat in the first round.
Yeah, and then the Hawks in the semis.
And Nets in the second. Hawks in the conference finals.
That's right. I forgot about the Hawks making it to
the Hawks had a super, super easy path. They had to play the Knicks, who were not ready at all. They have one player.
Poor guys.
I know.
Literally, the Knicks are a really good defensive team with no offense, but they try hard defense the entire regular season, and that's why they're a playoff team. Teams who are good defensive teams that actually play 100% during the regular season, even if they're not a great team overall, will always make the playoffs, because no other team in the NBA, there's not really any teams in the NBA that are trying crazy like that in the regular season.
All right.
But so the Hawks bodied the Knicks, and then they bodied the Sixers with Joel Embiid trying to basically carry a team who is scared to shoot the ball.
Shout out Ben Simmons, we love you.
And then they got lost to the Bucks, and then obviously, yeah. But anyways, continuing the top 10, top 3: LeBron, KD, Giannis. If you can have those three in any order, and I'm not mad at it. Like, you could have KD at 1, Giannis at 1. I'm not mad at it. Those three need to be the top 3, though.
Yeah.
So
respect.
The rest of my list is basically based on how I think performance-wise these players are going to do by the end of this upcoming season. So at 4, I have Joel Embiid. I think Joel actually wins an MVP this year once they trade Ben Simmons. And if he stays healthy, he was actually the MVP front runner. He was the MVP front runner over Jokic until he got hurt. So he probably would have won MVP this year had he not got hurt.
We'll see.
5, I have Harden. If he's healthy, he's the 5th best player in the league, in my opinion. 6, I have Steph, because Steph is just going to take a lot of threes, make a lot of threes. Basically, get however much shots he wants, because it's his team, and they don't care. And plus, they'll have Clay back, so they'll be... The defensive side of that team is going to be
pretty
good.
Man, I'm going to smile when I see Clay on a basketball court.
I know.
Love Clay. I do love Clay. 7, I have Jokic. 8, I have Kawhi. 9, I have Luka. And 10, I have Dame.
That respect. I was hoping Luka was there.
Yeah, 9, I have Luka. Luka is like my dark horse MVP candidate for this season. I don't think he wins it, but like that's like my basically like my full court buzzer beater to win.
You just lob Hail Mary, baby.
Yeah, the Hail Mary to win MVP. And then 10 Dame.
That's not a bad list.
That's my top 10. A couple players I think that could sneak on to the top 10 are Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Kyrie.
You don't like Jason Tatum?
I don't think he's a top 10 player.
Tatum's only like
or
22.
got it in him. He's 22.
He's only 22, dude. No, Jason is really good, dude. If they have Jaylen Brown healthy, they probably go pretty far in the playoffs because Jaylen Brown
in 5 years, Luka and Jason are going to be like the face of the NBA.
True.
I think
it's going to be Luka, Jason Tatum, and Trey.
No, I think it's going to be. I think the top 4 players. I think the top 4 players in the league.
You're just forgetting Trey. I hate Trey Young, but my dude averages great. He is a solid
in everything but the efficiency department.
Just saying.
I'm not a Trey Young hater, but he's not that efficient.
I'm not a Trey Young fan.
Trey Young averaged 25 and 9 off of 40%, which is average. 3-point percentage. Oh my god. Ugh.
20
he only
something,
shot
right?
34%.
I was 30 something.
34.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and he's supposed to be a phenomenal 3-point shooter. Anyways, 25 and 9. That's good. That's not top 5 player in the league. Good.
I didn't say top 5.
You said in 5 years he'll be one of the faces of the league.
Yeah, he will absolutely.
I don't think so.
He is a better basketball player than Jason Tatum.
No, he's not. No. You did not just say that. Jason Tatum is better at literally everything. Trey Young is statistically the worst defender in the NBA.
I don't want a 2-on-1, but I ain't gonna hold you. I can't defend you too much there.
In 5 years, the top 4 players in the NBA, like that are currently, like I'm not counting anybody that's not in the NBA currently. It's gonna be Jason Tatum, Zion, Donovan Mitchell,
Mitch,
not going
and
to be
probably
Zion.
Ja Morant.
We love us some Ja.
We do love Ja. In 5 years. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody that's like kind of younger. I mean, Giannis, obviously. Giannis is only like 26 or 27.
Way too early, but do we think that when KD is not in his prime? You took my sentence, but yes, I was going to ask. Do we think
Luka is going to be the best player? There is no question.
He's 20, right?
Luka's 21 or 22.
Oh, I thought he was 20 or 21.
Yeah, he's like halfway between me and Isaac.
Word.
Luka's 22.
What that literal kid does is insane.
Luka is 2 months older than me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Bro, can we talk about the people that hold him not getting out of the first round against him?
I
don't know anyone who does, to be honest.
He has incredible.
Dropped 35 a game on the Clippers, who were supposed to be the best defensive team ever, according to most people. Not ever, but in the league.
They didn't have Kawhi this year. That's a big loss.
I thought he got hurt after that series.
He got hurt game 2.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, I think that's the only thing you can hold against Luka is that he didn't win that series when they didn't have Kawhi.
That did go to a game 7, correct?
I think it was 6.
6? Was it last year that went to 7?
The first year
against the Clippers.
First year went 7.
Oh, okay. Back when Tingus Pingus was screwing it up.
That's when Seth Curry was on the team, and he was putting Pat Bev in a body bag that series.
Poor Pat Bev.
Dude, Pat Bev is... I don't know why he's even in the NBA still.
Did y'all hear where Pat Bev is at now?
No.
Don't care.
No, he's in Minnesota.
I was thinking of fucking Kuzma. Yo, hey, if Kuzma starts averaging like 20 a game this year,
dude, I would die.
On like decent basketball player efficiency, I'll kiss him. I will fly there.
No, I mean Kuzma's like the number 2 player on that team now. I think he's gonna average probably like 25 and 5.
Right, but on like decent efficiency, or what you thinking?
I think it'll just be average.
I'm all for the Kyle Kuzma hate. I ain't gonna lie.
I know you are.
It's fun. It's too fun.
Yeah. So JT, what's your top 10 looking like?
I ain't gonna hold you, man. There's a few the names that are just always, or at least for now, always gonna be in that list. Other than that, I am ill-equipped to even throw out an opinion because I don't know the stats. I just know my opinion.
Top 5? Top 5.
The top 5? Well, that's, I mean, kind of bland. You obviously have LeBron, Giannis, KD. That's not too tough to decipher.
Okay,
and then
who's your top 3 out of those? Like what in order?
In order?
Ooh, in order.
Like who's number 1?
Out of Giannis. Okay. We did kind of agree it's not hard to say three-way tie, but I guess I think, no disrespect, love you. You did your thing. You won a chip. Glad for you. I would probably say KD, Bron, Giannis.
KD, Bron. I respect that. That's the one I agree with the most. If you have LeBron at number, not at number
well,
one.
here's the thing though. Is 2 things. It's either gonna be Bron, KD, Giannis. If the Nets win, let's just say for whatever that it's the Lakers Nets finals because I want it to be a Lakers Nets final. KD wins, KD, Bron, Giannis. If Bron wins, Bron, KD, Giannis. If we're talking regular season, KD, Giannis, Bron, in my opinion.
We're talking
I respect that.
Combined.
But if we're talking everything
but
combined.
You act like LeBron isn't a regular season performer. I think you're taking
I didn't say that.
I think you're taking this last season out of context because you're saying LeBron sits a lot, but the only times he's ever not played more than 7 games was on years he's had injuries. If he's healthy,
then it doesn't. Then it's the games when he has just minuscule points.
Like Bron doesn't play bad for a certain period of time. No one does that. But like Giannis in the regular season takes over. He's a freaking freight train that you just can't stop.
I know. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And then people
play regular season a little bit different.
For no reason.
Playoff Bron is probably the best type of being in the NBA.
Playoff Bron is the most complete basketball player to ever grace the planet. Don't talk to me.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
if we're talking
the GOAT
debate, but if we're going to talk most complete, then I don't think that's an argument.
LeBron is definitely the most complete player of all time.
Right. I'll leave the GOAT debates for another day.
I will leave the GOAT debates for another day because I know who it is.
Ooh.
I think we almost all agree with the GOAT.
I'm honestly undecided. I'm taking my time in deciding.
I'm taking my time too. No, I'm not. I'm just playing. It's Bron. It's no question. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Woo. It's all generational, but at the same time, like when I talk about it with old heads, they're like, "Well, you never saw Michael Jordan in the '80s and '90s." I'm like,
he could jump 50 feet in the air.
do you realize, guys, that they have reruns of every single finals and playoffs with Michael Jordan of his entire career
they act like
that I've seen?
We've never seen Michael Jordan
There
the
is
pinnacle of
ESPN.
basketball.
There is ESPN reruns for a reason. Like I've watched, one of the most disrespected players of all time is Larry Legend. My boy never gets the respect he's due, but it's just funny in my opinion. But no, it's like Braun.
Ethan,
he's a more complete player.
Top 5 all time. What is it?
Oh God.
Okay,
what's your
top 3.
5 all time?
Top 3, not in order. I'll put it in order. Braun, Kobe, MJ.
That's in order?
In order.
Kobe over MJ, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That's bold. That's bold.
It's not because he died. I've literally always said, in my opinion, that I think Kobe did what Michael Jordan created better. I just think that Michael Jordan's held as the GOAT because ain't no one played like that as a 6'5" shooting guard. You know, like he came in and it was a whole new generation. You know, it started a whole new generation. Yeah, Kobe might have the most missed shots out of an NBA player in history, but he also played till he was 46.
No.
44.
Kobe played until he was 38.
He's 38,
What?
57, same thing.
He retired at 38.
I thought he was older than that.
Oh. Kobe played 20 seasons. He was drafted in 96.
Oh, okay.
Retired in 2016. At least I hope he was drafted in 96. If I'm wrong about that, I'm going to be embarrassed. It was 96 or 94, but I think it was 96.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm sure there's still plenty of people that disagree, but yeah, I think the most complete basketball player ever would be LeBron. But like, Michael Jordan did have just a dominant like prowess over the league in everyone's mind. Like
he did, but I mean, like
2 3-peats is pretty ridiculous. I mean, yes, it was a very good team.
But there was no one else there at the time, man.
The thing is, imagine Kevin Durant's Golden State Warriors together and fully healthy for like 8 years.
Oh well, yeah, that would break the league.
That's what they were. That's what they were.
They're better.
And there wasn't.
They were better. Come on.
No. I'm saying for a comparison, there wasn't another team to even get close to rival them.
Because you have
Michael Jordan was very obviously the best player in the league, but Scottie Pippen was probably arguably the second. Without Michael Jordan, the Bulls were still a playoff team and a top 5 seed.
Weren't they a 50-win team without him?
Without him they won 50.
That's tough.
Yeah. And I mean, I love Michael Jordan, okay? Yeah, I grew up believing that Michael Jordan was the GOAT. And then when I became of the age to decide for myself.
When I came of age.
When I'm really watching sports for myself, there is just no comparison to me. I mean, I'll
tell you the same thing I told JT. I hated LeBron until 2016.
What?
I hated LeBron until 2016.
You know, we all did because basically Dad taught us to hate.
Our entire family hates LeBron. But like we hated LeBron until I hated him until 2016, and then after 2016, when he came back 3-1 against the team with the best regular season record of all time, that's when I started put some respect on his name.
2016 may be the best championship ever. Like, come on now.
That may be the greatest year in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, it is.
Because you had
D-Rose, all that.
Kobe's 60-point retirement game.
Yeah, Kobe's retirement game, dropping what, 56 or was it 60?
60. He dropped 60. And then you have the Warriors breaking the regular season record, Russ breaking all the triple-double records and winning an MVP. Cavs coming back down from 3-1.
Warriors coming back down 3-1, but I'm sure y'all don't want to remember
Warriors
that.
against OKC coming down 3-1. I'm pretty sure D-Rose dropped like a 50 or 60-point game that season 2 with the T-Wolves, right?
Yep.
Like, that was probably the greatest season in the history of the NBA.
And then, Warriors came back 3-1 and then lost 3-1.
Okay, Ethan. So you have LeBron, Kobe, MJ. Who's 4-5?
4-5. I gotta think about this for a second. Are y'all both of your guys' top threes the same?
I'm gonna tell you mine. LeBron, MJ. Number 3, I probably have. That's tough. LeBron and MJ is 1-2. I feel like it has to be 1-2. That has to be the 1-2.
Is it going to be a center?
Number 3, Shaq. Number 4 is Kobe. Put in Shaq. Number 5 is Larry.
I don't know if I put Shaq over Kobe.
I have Shaq over Kobe. Shaq's the most dominant player of all time.
He is, but
you know what? Another hot take. Basketball from 2000 to 2010 was the most difficult basketball has ever been, and the most competitive the league ever was.
I watched some on that. It's not. It sounds like a hot take, but it statistically is.
Nobody will agree because old heads always say, "Oh, 90s basketball, oh, 80s basketball," but 2000s basketball was most. I mean, you had tough defense because you had like the Bad Boys Pistons. Kevin Garnett was a menace. Kevin Garnett is literally just a Hall of Fame 7-foot tall Patrick Beverley. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket.
The big
big ticket. I mean, and then you had Tim Duncan Spurs. You had Lakers. You had Cavs were always in it, even though it was only LeBron. You had Melo. You had Melo tearing it up on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Man. Well, unfortunately, my schedule collapses and I must take my leave. But it's been real thus far. Y'all gonna keep it pushing?
No, we're about to drop it. But
I am not doing a top 5 all time. Absolutely.
Give me your top 3 all time.
Top 3 all time. Why do I have to rank? Heckin' MJ and Bron. 2-way tie for first. MJ, Bron. 3, Hakeem.
Hakeem?
Or Will.
Hakeem or Will? The dream?
I'm different than the other
honestly,
girls.
I respect those answers. I respect them.
I gotta be different than the other girls.
This is where we will stop the podcast. Hopefully we'll be recording regularly. You know, JT wasn't, lame. We're gonna try to get more consistent with it, hopefully. But
we'll try our dangest bestest.
Yeah, but everybody, again, welcome Ethan to the pod.
Welcome back. Content. Welcome home.
More gaming, more basketball, IRLs, more podcasts.
All that.
But everybody say deuces. Dapper Pelican out.
Deuces. Bye. Love you. Be nice to your parents.
Love you. Mwah.